Perseverance is the key to success in the stock market, just as it is the key to success in life. Without it, even the most brilliant trading strategy will fail. Napoleon Hill. Well, let's jump into our brilliant trading strategy. Where are we today as markets start off a fresh new week? Everything, my friends, in the market is down. We had 2 beautiful days of strong up movement after the market started off, the S&P 500 going up strong. Back in the morning last Monday, it went up strong. Then Tuesday, lost some energy, hammered down on Wednesday, and then popped back up again. Well, where are we? What are we doing? Well, we saw things then move down on Monday. As the week started off, we're still green on the STC, but we did have a pullback of 1.25%. We'll be keeping a sharp eye on that. 2-day chart, still green on the STC. Still a green candle. Blew off a whole lot of energy, not nearly as high as that prior one, sitting right there on the 200 exponential moving average. And we see on the weekly chart, green up candles. That trend is still moving up. Losing some energy, though. We'll see how the week continues to go. We'll particularly pay attention in the morning and afternoon tomorrow to see which way these markets are going. If they're going south strong, I know some of you went ahead and pulled that trade when you saw the market start off weak and got out. That is all right. You still left with 1% or 2%, and there is not a problem with, well, 1% maybe. Not a problem with you pulling the trigger there and cutting out. You can always do that. It's just how you're going to practice, is how you're going to play. Now, let's move on to where we are on the NASDAQ 100. We are not in that. Why? Because we didn't have a reset of the STC. We see that it is still green, has remained green as things pushed through the 200 EMA starting back on the 20th of January. So we're just waiting there, watching as to what's going on. Today, still green on the STC. Below the 200 EMA, you can see that overall, the NASDAQ 100 is weaker than the S&P 500. And we look at the weekly, it is pushed through that finally. And we'll see where that takes us to. We are green on the STC, and again, trying to push up, losing some energy. I say the STC is weaker. NASDAQ 100 is weaker than the STC. You can see how further above the 200 EMA we are on the S&P 500 as opposed to the NASDAQ 100. So we will continue to watch, wait, and see. And again, we will compare those and just sort of compare and contrast where things are. But we will watch, see how these markets continue to play out as the week moves forward. What about 20-year bonds? Well, we can see 20-year bonds for the last 2 days have been heading down. They're above the 200 EMA. Reset here a few days ago. Tried to take off into the green, and then that sort of died. So we're still down in the red. We'll see how bonds are going to shake out. You can see on the 2-day chart, sideways slide, for literally 4, going on 4 candles now. This next candle will complete tomorrow. This latest candle will complete tomorrow. But again, things peaked back on Wednesday the 18th. Still green on the STC, though, and the weekly chart still green on the STC. And you can also see that sideways slide for 3 weeks, almost 4. Again, we'll keep our eye on bonds, see which way they're going to go as we continue to push through January, heading into the second month of 2023 very, very soon. We see on gold where it peaked back on Wednesday the 25th in the afternoon and has been sliding down since, and down for the day 0.26%. Still well above the 200 EMA. We have seen the STC reset for us. That is good to see. And the 2-day, we can see where things peaked back on the candle representing Tuesday and Wednesday, the 24th and 25th of January, respectively, and a red candle forming now, a little red spinning top there. Yes, and I'm hoping gold's going to reset, give us an opportunity to jump back in it, or has it blown out as far as it's going to go in the near term and is getting ready to shed some of this and potentially watch some profit taking? We don't know yet. We'll see as things move forward. Lastly, we go to Bitcoin. And we look at where Bitcoin is on this half-day chart. We saw where things popped up, slid sideways, popped up again, slid sideways, ending the day down 1.86%. We are above the 200 EMA, green on the STC. We're waiting for some movement to help us straighten those out. Again, on the 2-day chart, you can see where we have leveled off as Bitcoin exhausting these most recent moves around where it was up before, back in July and August of this last year. Is it going to end up just sort of topping there and then rolling back over, maybe going all the way back down? Don't know. The next few days will tell us that. We look at the weekly. Again, you can see where it's done about the same thing, about the prior highs going back to August and even back to July. So we'll see where Bitcoin is going to take. So look at the 24-hour day Bitcoin chart. You can see that we're below the 200 EMA. We clear that. That's going to tell us we're going from a downtrend to an uptrend. That'll be important. So we'll continue to watch, wait, and see. If you have trepidation about Bitcoin, that's not bad, because it's done some, despicable things, going from $69,000 down to about 15 or so. If you were holding on to sizable Bitcoin investments, you saw yourself get waxed. So we'll again act with some trepidation and caution. We had, those who've been with us a while, we had some successful XBT trades in the past. And of course, I can't wait to have some of those in the future. Now, these are all, of course, paper trades. These are practice trades. We are not a Bitcoin calling service, not a stock, a gold, commodity calling service. We're an education firm. We want you to practice with us. And of course, you need to learn this by doing this, not by spending your fortune, giving up, quitting, going away. Because, of course, if you start on this too soon, not knowing what you're doing, the market is happy to take everything you have. God bless, my friends. All the best from the whole team at Charting Wealth World Headquarters.